Hello, welcome back. If you want to talk to me or email me or discuss something or ask me a question, go on this site for me and I'll answer the best I can. It's rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Okay. Here's another one. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm a rookie out of the academy. 6 months in the academy. I'm working with 2 training officers, day shift, and I've been on the field maybe a month. Okay. And you can you can go to the academy all you want, but they tell you there, you're learning the basics. But day one in the field, I sound like the president. First day you're out in the field, that's when your learning really starts. They give you the basics, and now you're going to be trained by train officers. You're going to go out there and work with the public and learn what the public wants, needs, and how they're going to try to abuse you. They're going to try to make fun of you, spit at you. You're going to learn all that. Okay, so you're right. I mean, I didn't know anything. So I'm riding around with my train officer and really nice guy. Both of them. There's 2 of them you have. One guy's off, the other guy works with you, and so maybe a month. Okay, and I work in East LA. I'm Mexican, and it's all Latino, most of it. And so we're riding around, and we get what you call a wave down. Now, we hate wave downs because what happens is people call the police on the phone, and the person that receives the call, it's a civilian switchboard lady. She'll screen the calls, and then well, a lot of times they say, you don't need a policeman for that. It's like an auto accident. You don't need cops for that. You just exchange information and move on. And a lot of things you don't need cops for. Somebody calls because they don't like their hamburger order at McDonald's. I mean, seriously, that's what you get calls for. So the ladies screen that. Well, what happens is they hang up the phone. They don't like the answer on the phone, so then they're looking for a police car. And sure enough, you come tooling down there, wave at you. We hate wave downs because it's always crap. Okay. Well, my train officers both said, don't ever stop for wave downs. That sounds cold. But if they want the police, they can call because it's screening. Okay. Well, sometimes you can't avoid it, and sometimes, as I got more years on, you kind of want to stop for a wave down. Maybe it is something they don't have a phone. You want to stop. I mean, come on. They pay you a good salary and everything. You can't leave them like that. But I'm following my train officer's advice. So now we come around a corner, very busy street. During the day, it's like noon, and there's a wave down. Okay. Cars parked at the curve. It's supposed to be this way. It's parked like this. It's toned in. We thought maybe somebody got robbed, so we jump out, and I'm just helping my partner because I'm new at this. And the poor Mexican's screaming in Spanish, and my partner's a white guy. He doesn't know any Spanish, so he points to me. And of course, and I'm learning. I did pretty good. I understood 90% of. I grew up in a Latino area, but my dad wanted me to speak English first before I continued with Spanish. So I got about 95% of the Spanish given to me. I can understand almost all of it. But speaking was kind of tough for me because, English is my number 1 language. So I'm listening to him, and I'm my partner. His wife's having a baby right now in the front seat of the car. Okay. He goes, oh, so we both come around in a hurry, and then there's no cell phones in. There's no radios on our hip then. They're all stuck in the police car. So we run around and we open the door, and there's, the lady screaming, and she's having a baby. Okay. I can see the stomach and the legs, and the dress is covering her area. And he goes, okay, I'm going to call for an ambulance, kid. It's all yours. It's all mine? What? Okay, this isn't covered in the police academy handbook, okay? So I go, what? And of course, the Latino guy, I'm trying to speak to him, and he's freaking out, and he's chipping away, and, and he's happy, and people are standing around because the police are here. This is what they don't know that. They don't know that we're not paramedics. We're not doctors. We're not a nurse, okay? We're cops, okay? People nowadays say we used to killing people, not bringing them back to life. That's kind of a dumb thing to say, but we do everything, okay? So I'm like, I go down there and okay, I'm trying to yell at her because she's really having a hard time. And he's right here chipping at me. She's screaming. Sergeant's running. We got the ambulance coming. I said, see if you can hold off. So I'm going, me hold off? I mean, we're having this conversation, right? So I get in there, and she's laying like, she's got her butt's on the middle between this. It's a bench seat. I mean, those bench seats are new nowadays. Anyway, it's nothing between the seat, and her head's like by the steering wheel. She's laying on the seat with her butt kind of this side of her passenger side, and I'm trying to tell her calm down. Breathe slowly. I don't know nothing about. I subsequently had 2 kids, but I learned Lamaze and all that stuff. But this is, I'm 23 years old, fresh back from Vietnam. I don't know any of this stuff. So. Okay, so she goes, and then he's telling me, the baby's coming, take her dress up, and he's trying to instruct me, so I was trying to avoid that. So I lift the skirt up, and here's this, I don't know how to describe it. Women will understand this, okay? There's a mess there, okay? and God bless the beautiful act they're having a baby, but it's a mess, okay? All over the seat, you know, and her panties are covered in it, and so I have to take those off, and it got granny panties, so it's like, you know, so I take that off, I throw it on the floor, and there's muck everywhere, and, you know, I should have wore goggles. I have no, so anyway, so I'm helping her, and I get down there, and I see the head, okay? I'm telling you, this is we have to label this gross, but people have, you don't understand. When you watch television birth and they show the seat and the women are screaming, and next thing you know, the baby's held up. Isn't that nice? Okay, no, it's not. Okay, it's wild. Okay, it's crazy. But anyway, so I see the head. I'm going, I don't know any of this stuff. So I didn't know basically that you have to hold the head so it doesn't, you know, bend too much. And so I found out later on, this is like her third child. So apparently that area down there is used to having babies. If I put it nicely. So anyway, so here comes the head, and you know, and she's moaning and screaming, and he's, you know, they have just so I can show you the full picture. An old Chevy. They got, you know, Jesus on the dashboard. You know, he's doing the sign of the cross because they're Catholic. She's doing the sign of the cross. They're speaking Latin. I don't know. Anyway, they're obviously they're Catholic. Okay, I was Catholic, so they're doing this, and and then the head comes out, and of course he's thanking God. You know, and then here comes the body behind it. And I'm trying to hold on to everything, and then everything comes out. Okay, now I don't know what to do from here on out. I heard that you're supposed to turn them upside down and slap them. Okay, didn't have to. Okay, as soon as that baby's feet clear the area, you know what I mean, and the cord's still plugged in, then I'm trying to grab the baby to hold, because, you know, it's, again, television doesn't describe what it's like. I have a lady here, it's a nurse. You got to do it, man. I mean, you got to experience it. There's goo everywhere. I can barely hang on to this poor little child, this really cute little girl. I mean, she's gorgeous, thick black hair. I mean, you know, and I got her, and then I grab her, and I'm thinking, oh, I hope the paramedics get here. Oh my gosh, I hope they get here. And then all of a sudden, she turned a little bit, must have turned her head, because all of a sudden all this mucus came out of her mouth, and she started crying. And I knew that was good, because I'd seen TV before. I know that's a good sign when they cry. I heard it's bad if they don't. So I'm holding this, and of course she stopped screaming now. She's almost passed out, the poor girl. And then, you know, he's thanking me, and oh my gosh, and you know, God comes out 30 times in his conversation, and I'm holding on to this baby, and it's crying, and I look at it like, wow, that's kind of cool. And then I hear a tap on my shoulder. I look back, and of course, it's not my partner. He's standing over there at a curve. Okay, it's paramedics. They go, okay, your officer. I said, yeah, what do I do here? He goes, oh, you're fine, you're fine. And so I said, give it to us. I said, okay, hand him over. And then they're like cops. They're, get out of the way, because I'm in the way now, right? So, okay, you don't have to worry about me. And so I back off. Well, now my uniform pants from the knee down are soaked in goo. Okay, I'm wearing military combat boots, and they're covered in goo. I call that goo. It's a soft way to call that stuff. My arms are all full of goo. And so I back off, and I stand, and the next thing I see my sergeant standing there, and my train officer, and then the paramedics working on it, and I see him cut the umbilical cord and doing all kinds of weird stuff, and I guess the placenta is coming out, so they're doing that. They know what they're doing. They're in there, you know, and they're helping her, and another paramedic is at top of her. They're swabbing her face and cooling her down, and the husband's speaking cataras, and I call it Spanish. One of the paramedics is Hispanic, so thank goodness he's talking to him. So I kind of stand back, and the paramedics gave me some towels and stuff to wipe my hands off and everything, and I had some spit on my face or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And so, you did good. I said, oh, I'm sitting there. Oh, Alita gets the police car, and my train officer goes, that was pretty good. And then the sergeant goes, he looks at my train officer, how would you know it was any good? You sit out there in the curb, let him do all the work, pointing to me. He goes, you can't see, he had nothing to say. The sergeant's already badmouthed my train officer. You got nothing to say, you didn't even do anything. He says, good job, thank you, sir. That's good. He says, man, you're all covered with goo. I said, yeah, I got to go change. Oh, yeah. Tell you what, he goes, this is his reward. Go get dressed, take a shower, get cleaned up, and then go take an hour for lunch before you go out and handle radio calls. That's, in our department, this is what we do, okay? This is what officers do, any officer. You do the thing, you clean up, you go get something to eat, because you never get to eat, you're too busy, and then you go do something, then you go out there and handle radio calls, write tickets, book them drivers. That's what we do. We don't get paid by how great you are, okay? And so I go back to the station, and I took a shower, got cleaned up, and then we're going to go to chow, and then the watch commander, who's been notified, obviously comes over to me, and crusty old guy, crazy German, he looked like Fester, shaved head, tough dude, man, Korean War veteran, Purple Heart, tough guy. He goes, hey, come here. I go, yeah. He goes, you did good, I heard about you. I said, and he goes, you'd like to know, they named the girl your name with a female touch to it. Okay. I went, oh, they did? Yeah. They wanted your last name, but I had to give it to them because it's public record. And they said, we're not going to use that, we're going to use your first name in a woman tone, like. I go, oh, really? He goes, oh, that's cool. He goes, yeah. He goes, and then he's talking real nice, and he goes, now get out of here. Like, that's, he goes from nice to, right to the top. Because again, we're not here this isn't our job. Even the paramedics, I've been around paramedics. They do their job and they move on. They don't sit there. They don't look for accolades and commendations. No, this is what you pay me for. This is what the public pays us to do. Okay? I felt pretty good about that. A good week or two after that, I still felt good about it. I don't sound to be corny and say I gave life, but I helped her give life. And that was pretty neat. I still get a good feeling about that. I got goosebumps, but that was kind of nice. So anyway, that's my birthing story, and I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye-bye.